From New Hanover County Schools Television, powered by students, this is your school news.
Welcome to your school news for the week of Monday, October 7th through the 13th, 2013. I'm Austin Miller.
And I'm Jordan Fife. Topping our newscast this week, Board of Education hold monthly meeting, Ashley CTE Teachers awarded Excellence Trophy, Parsley Kindergartens get lesson on riding a school bus.
Our top story this week is the New Hanover County Board of Education's monthly meeting. We have the board notes for the meeting held on Tuesday, October 1st at the Dale K. Spencer Meeting Room on South 15th Street. Our very own Gabriella Black was on hand at the meeting and joins us with coverage and a complete rundown of the board notes. Gabriella, we understand this was a very lively meeting.
This month's board meeting was a lively one. Several items were tabled for further discussion and there was a lengthy This month's board meeting was a lively one. Several items were tabled for further discussion and there was a lengthy dialogue on a partnership with the Hill School. Let's start with the recognition of achievement. The Board of Education recognized a number of students in 3 schools at the October meeting. New Hanover High School Lyceum students were acknowledged for their outstanding senior exhibit at the National History Day competition. And Wrightsboro Elementary students were recognized for their statewide art competition honors. 3 schools were acknowledged for their Title I success. Under Old Business, Policy 6082, which amended issues with the school system's employee code of ethics and standards of conduct, was approved. New business on the agenda included information on the strategic plan development services, which the board choosing to postpone to a later date. Updates to the membership of the 2013 to 2014 Advisory Council for Exceptional Students was approved. 2 easement agreements, one with the Cape Fear Public Transportation Authority and the other with the Cape Fear Public Utility Authority, were both tabled with a request for additional information from both organizations. Other new businesses included 4 design consultant agreements, 3 for the HVAC improvements and 1 for roof replacement. All of them were approved. 3 items from the Instructional Accountability Department were approved. They included local options for alternative schools, the Amplify contract, and renewal of the Community Development Institute Head Start contract. Other new businesses included the renewal of Castle Learning software and cabling at Myrtle Grove Middle School. Both items were approved by the board. The board had a considerable debate on the last 2 items under new businesses. The school's fee scheduled in partnership with the private Hill School. Regarding school fees for the use of outdoor school property, a panel of 3 board members will meet with staff to develop a new producer. Dr. Markley will coordinate a meeting with the Hill School representative. The next regular Board of Education meeting will be Tuesday, November 5th at 5:30 p.m. at the Board of Education Center, 1805 South 13th Street. That's your board notes for the month of October. I'm Gabriella Black. Back to you.
Thank you, Gabriella. In other news, the school system's long-standing partnership with the Office of Cultural Arts at UNCW brought inspiration to elementary school students. When world-renowned violinist Ray Chen performed for students of Snipes Elementary Academy of Arts and Design. This unique event exposed Snipes students to classical music, but it also taught them proper audience and etiquette, and perhaps a newfound love for the arts.
Each year as I get older and older, I'm an age further and further away from them. So elementary school for me is definitely the most difficult, but what I try to impart to them is that to find, to find something that they love doing. First of all, I call it finding your passion in life, and that's so important because what you do, a lot of kids, they go through elementary, then middle school, then high school, and because it takes a while to search for your passion and to find it. Sometimes, the normal, okay, doctor, lawyer, engineer, these things are not what most kids want to do. The stuff that's kind of just I feel like our education, is oftentimes, it's a grid pattern, and there's more than that. It should be more innovative than that and more flexible. So I think that I try to encourage, young kids to find what they love doing at a younger age, and then to keep doing that, to go for it, and so that hopefully eventually it'll become, something that they can make a living off of.
In addition to the musical performance by Chen, students participated in a petting zoo, which allowed them to have a hands-on experience with violins and other stringed instruments. Ashley High School Chamber Orchestra also had the privilege of working with the award-winning violinist. Chen shared with the students his journey to success and his process of painting a picture with his music. He performed multiple solos for the orchestra and sat among the violin section as the class performed their music for him.
The Instructional Management Excellence Trophy was presented to the career and technical education teachers from Ashley High School at the 2013-14 opening meeting. Ashley students had the highest student growth on the state end of course test from the traditional high schools. Instructional management coordinators use data from the computerized system developed by North Carolina Career and Technical Education to work with teachers to improve student outcomes by identifying students who need extra work and even pinpointing their areas of deficiency by objective. In addition, IMCs can use data to help teachers identify their own opportunities for continuous improvement.
The National Board for Professional Teaching Standards, the profession's standard bearer for accomplishment teaching, announced it will revise its certification process. The revision is being made to incorporate the latest research, as certification was last updated in 2001, and to reduce barriers so that more students can learn from board-certified teachers. We get this report from Cassie Williamson.
The organization overseeing advanced teacher certification in the United States plans to revise the assessment process for the credential and to make it less costly for teachers to earn. The National Board for Professional Teaching Standards announced that it would decrease the credential's price tag by $600, give teachers more flexibility in completing the required assignments, and integrate new information into the certification process, including student surveys and measures of students' academic progress.
Yes, I think the price drop will encourage teachers to pursue National Board certification because of the fact that they do not have to pay the entire sum at one time. With the new structure, it's breaking it down into 4 components, and you pay as you go, as you complete each component. And the price is significantly lower than it has been in the past.
Fueled in part by a $3.7 million grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the changes are meant to respond to a decade of new teacher quality research and to address barriers to board certification. About 102,000 U.S. teachers hold board certification, and in New Hanover County, roughly 400 teachers are board certified.
Well, I think the new process is great for teachers. I think it gives them more time to complete it, but also more time to reflect on their units of instruction and see how it really reflects or impacts student achievement.
The changes are among the first rolled out by Ronald Thorpe, who became the president and CEO of the National Board in December 2011. Mr. Thorpe had vowed to boost the credential's prestige and to elevate role of the NBPTS as the definitive body setting standards for the teaching profession. Fewer states, including North Carolina, now subsidize the $2,500 application fee for the board's credential or grant bonuses to teachers who completed the process. Those with the National Board say that the new changes will reflect the latest learning from the field, including the research from the Gates Foundation's massive Measures of Effective Teaching study. Reporting for Your School News, this is Cassie Williamson.
For many kindergartners, riding a school bus for the first time is something they look forward to, but times have changed for the vast majority of them. Many students walk to school and most ride in a car to and from school. For these students, the opportunity to ride in a school bus may be months away when they go on a field trip. At Blair Elementary, during the first week of school, kindergartners got to take a mini field trip riding in a school bus. After instruction on how to safely get on the bus and find a seat, they learned bus safety rules. Then, they rode the bus as it circled the parking lot a few times. Principal Hamilton and Assistant Principal Suggs waved to the children as they went by. Parsley kindergartners also learned how to safely exit the school bus. This was an excellent lesson for the young students and one that will be put to good use in the months ahead.
The New Hanover County Board of Education has recently created the Board of Education Heroes Award. The award's purpose is to recognize and celebrate the heroic efforts of New Hanover County school staff and students who make a profound impact on the lives of others. When recent incidents occurring on school system grounds and regarding students were brought to the attention of the board, they decided to create the Heroes Award. The parties involved in the situation went above and beyond every day assigned duties, exhibiting dedication and selflessness without any expectation of award or recognition. The inaugural awards were presented to several outstanding staff and students. To nominate current students and staff for future awards, please visit the Public Relations Department page on the NHCS website for detailed nominee qualifications and the online nomination form. Recipients of the award must meet the established criteria and their acts will be verified for authenticity.
Now, when your school news continues, Creed Rasson is here with this week's exciting lunch menu forecast.
Plus, coming up, Blair Elementary School celebrates World Peace Day with a parade promoting peace with our families, friends, and in our community.
This is your school news, on cable and online. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
In the 1920s, Sherwood Anderson used the theories of Freud to write about the private problems of small-town Middle Westerners in Winesburg, Ohio. Anderson portrayed his characters as leading unfulfilled and twisted lives. Anderson's prose, derived from everyday American speech, influenced almost every great American writer of the next generation. This background in literature has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools.
Welcome back to Your School News. This month, we are devoting our B block to the topic of bullying.
The end of bullying begins with me. That's the message during October's National Bullying Awareness Month. It's a time when communities can unite nationwide to raise awareness of bullying prevention.
During the month, the team here at Your School News will be engaging, educating, and hopefully inspiring everyone watching to join the movement and prevent bullying right here in our hometown. This week, we will look at the school system's response to bullying. In July 2004, the North Carolina State Board of Education adopted Education Policy SSA 007, which mandates that each local Board of Education must develop and maintain policies and procedures to prevent, intervene, investigate, document, and report all acts of bullying. But long before that, New Hanover County Schools has launched a comprehensive bullying prevention program focused on reducing bullying and harassment of students district-wide. The program was designed to address the issue of bullying systematically and follows a strategic plan on bullying prevention. We have a full report on the school district's battle against bullying from Jamie Stoutford.
Bullying has taken all sorts of new and high-profile forms, and public school systems like New Hanover County are fighting back through a variety of channels, from training peer watchdogs to staging assemblies and workshops for students, teachers, and parents.
New Hanover County Schools is ahead of the game, I believe, in dealing with bullying. When we compiled our statistics this past summer, we discovered that the national average for bullying reporting amongst 12-year-old to 18-year-olds was 28% nationally, and that was from the American Educational Research policy that they developed. When looking at New Hanover County Schools, we only 1.5% of our students are reporting bullying. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is not more going on, but in terms of people who are using the protocol, the reporting process, we do find that only 1.5% of our 25,000 students reported any type of bullying or harassment that goes on.
New Hanover County Schools has adopted anti-bullying policies in recent years, for the first time detailing priorities and programs for earlier intervention and mandating stricter reporting of student-to-student aggression.
The New Hanover County School Board does have policy number 8307, that can be found on the district web page for parents and students as well. That clearly defines what the district policy is. Bullying is prohibited, bullying, harassment, and discrimination, and also the procedures for reporting suspected bullying.
Long before bullying was a hot topic in the news, the school system has been providing support to schools. The district's elementary schools have used Second Step, a program aimed at core social-emotional skills. Middle schools have parent workshops, and on the high school level, peer mediation has been offered a method of combating bullying.
So throughout the district, various campuses are using either programs that they have purchased or those that they are using out of developing from their own experience. StopBullying.gov.org is also one of the tools that is being used.
Several schools throughout the system's campuses have already provided special bullying awareness and intervention training to students and their parents. Noble Middle School recently held a social media awareness seminar with a focus on cyberbullying, while other schools are ramping up their efforts.
What we do as a school is we do a lot of interventions, a lot of education with the students. We provide students with multiple opportunities to come and talk to adults about what is going on. So we actually are proactive, providing staff whose core responsibility is to work with children and bullying and intervene early before it becomes an issue that disrupts the child's life and their education.
With most bullying happening on school grounds, educators and school officials are often on the front lines in the battle against bullies. New Hanover County Schools will continue to include a bullying or harassment policy in their student manuals.
You've got to have bullying policies set forth in your schools. Number one, to make sure that the children are safe and that learning can occur. If you're worried about being bullied, either online or in person, you can't focus on teaching and learning.
Bullying can threaten students' physical and emotional safety at school and can negatively impact their ability to learn. New Hanover County Schools has found the best way to address bullying is to stop it before it starts, by putting into place things school staff can do to make schools safer and prevent bullying. Reporting for your school news, this is Jamie Stalford.
Thank you, Jamie. Bullying is one of the most serious issues facing educational institutions today. New Hanover County Schools have had the opportunity to address school bullying on all levels of a student's experience. The district's proactive bullying prevention efforts have helped to create a safer, more positive learning environment. But bullying prevention is a team effort, and your help as a parent can protect your child from bullying and support safe schools. As a parent, you may suspect your child is being bullied. If you are not quite sure, review these common signs to help you recognize if bullying is occurring. Your child may come home with torn, damaged, or missing pieces of clothing, books, or other belongings, have unexplained cuts, bruises, and scratches from fighting, have few, if any, friends with whom he or she spends time, seems afraid of going to school, walking to and from school, riding the school bus, or taking part in organized activities with peers, such as clubs or sports. Take a long, illogical route when walking to or from school, lose interest in schoolwork or suddenly begin to do poorly in school, appear sad, moody, teary, or depressed when he or she comes home, complain frequently of headaches, stomach aches, or other physical problems, have trouble sleeping or frequent bad dreams, experience a loss of appetite, or appear anxious and suffer from low self-esteem. Help your child deal with bullying by talking to teachers, administrators, and staff, and by taking advantage of resources provided by New Hanover County Schools and found on the school system's website at www.nhcs.net under the Parent tab.
Join us next week as we continue to explore the topic of bullying. Our special report next week will focus on the fastest growing form of bullying, cyberbullying. Again, that's next week.
It's time now for this week's lunch bill au fair. Gone are the days of mystery meat and the crabby, hairnet-wearing lunch lady.
Across the county, school lunchrooms have gotten a facelift and a menu makeover.
Creed Rassin, our lunch menu analyst, joins us now with the week's school lunch menu so parents, students, teachers, and everyone working with the New Hanover County school system can plan their lunchtime options.
Thanks, and welcome to this week's edition of Lunch Bill of Fare. The National School Lunch Program is a federally assisted meal program operating in our school system. Each week it provides nutritionally balanced, low-cost, or free lunches to children each school day. You might not know this, but the program was established under the National School Lunch Act, signed by President Harry Truman way back in 1946. Let's take a look at this week's selections. On Tuesday, October 8th, your entree choices are a meatball hoagie or popcorn chicken with a dinner roll. On the side, macaroni and cheese, baked beans, a garden salad, and fresh fruit. On Tuesday, October 9th, enjoy either General Tso's chicken with rice or a chicken egg roll. On the side, oriental vegetables, a garden salad, and applesauce. On Thursday, October 10th, you have two great entree choices: teriyaki beef dippers with fried rice and barbecue chicken with macaroni salad. On the side, glazed carrots, a garden salad, and fresh fruit. On Friday, October 11th, enjoy either a hot dog with chili or a munchie pack as your main entree. Then on the side will be a potato salad, a garden salad, and peach crisp. For the weekend, I've got my healthy tip. This weekend, variety abounds when using vegetables as pizza topping. Try broccoli, spinach, green peppers, tomatoes, mushrooms, and zucchini. Remember, it's all about eating right. After the weekend, start the week with either Southwest chicken fajita with cornbread or an all-American corn dog as your entree. On the side, you can choose from northern beans, a garden salad, and a frozen fruit cup. Now taking a look once again at your lunch entrees for the week, you've got some great selections with really great sides to choose from. Midweek has a strong oriental flair with General Tso's chicken on Wednesday and teriyaki beef dippers on Thursday. We end the week strong with an American classic hot dog with chili. That's what's on slate for lunch at your school's cafeteria, so don't miss any of these nutritious, delicious, and healthy meals. From the newsroom, this is Creed Raston, reminding you that those who think they have no time for eating healthy, will sooner or later will find time for illness. Back to you.
Thanks, Creed. Don't forget, you can also catch the Lunch Bill of Fare during the morning show here on the Learning Network and get lots of healthful nutrition information online at www.nhcs.net/nutrition. Now don't go away. Coming up, we highlight the World Peace celebration at Blair Elementary.
But up next, we've got the high school sports report with Russell Harrison. Russell will keep you updated on all the games for the coming week.
Your school news will continue after the break.
Once you post your image online, you can't take it back. Anyone can see it. Family, friends, anyone. Remember, think before you post.
Welcome back to Your School News. It's time now for Russell Harrison with sports.
And welcome to Sports on Your School News. We are in the 8th week of high school football, and there are some good matchups on tap this Friday night. The Highgate Vikings get a rest this week, but have no fear, football fans, because we have two home games this week. On October 11th, Ashley Screaming Eagles take the New Hanover Wildcats. It's a home game for Ashley, and they're on the road as they face this crosstown rival. Then across town, the Topsail Pirates come to Bucktown to face Laney at Holiday Stadium. This should be an easy win for the Buccaneers, who are really starting to gel as we continue conference play.
That's just kind of learning a little bit more about your team and learning what your strengths are, and we're getting better every week. And just excited that Coach Yeoman just has them flying around on defense, and it just makes our life so much easier on offense.
Recapping high school football, this Friday, October 11th, New Hanover is at Ashley, and Laney also has a home game against Topsail. It's going to be a great night of hometown football. All games start at 7:30 p.m. Then looking ahead to October 18th, Ashley travels to Highgate Stadium, and Laney travels to Legion Stadium to take on the New Hanover Wildcats. It's all local next week. In men's soccer this week, the Wildcats of New Hanover have two conference games scheduled this week. On October 8th, they face at West Brunswick at Legion Stadium. They travel to Brunswick County on October 9th to face South Brunswick. Laney has two back-to-back cross-town matches this week. On Tuesday, October 8th, they face the Highgate Vikings at Braswell Stadium. On October 10th, they welcome the Eagles to Bucktown. The Vikings face Laney at home the 8th and travel to West Brunswick to tackle the Trojans on October 10th. Ashley Screaming Eagles have only one game this week as they face the Laney Bucks at Holiday Stadium on October 11th. Finally, when Davidson Day and Davidson, North Carolina took the field against Providence Day, it's debuted perhaps the most patriotic high school football uniforms ever. Head coach Chad Greer's squad donned white uniforms with stars on the right shoulder pad and red and white stripes on the left shoulder pad. According to Greer, the team originally planned to introduce the uniforms as late as a season surprise, but weather conditions dictated an early launch, playing on a turf field at 4 p.m. This time of year we knew would be hot and the uniforms are very lightweight, Greer told Max Preps. Plus we thought they'd look awesome. It was going to be hard to leave them in the box until October. The uniforms proved to be perhaps a good luck charm. Davidson Day rode to its third straight win beyond 6 touchdowns from Will Greer, the coach's son. That's sports this week, and your school news will be right back.
So, April.
Yeah?
You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right?
Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
Welcome back to Your School News. We close our program with Blair Elementary and their celebration of World Peace Day.
Throughout the week, various instructional classes at Blair focused on what world peace is all about.
Students learned songs, created artwork, and read books about the countless number of individuals who sacrifice everything in pursuit of world peace.
To wrap up the focus on world peace, a school-wide parade was held. Students were encouraged to wear clothing that represents their culture, or hippie clothes, to participate in the morning parade.
The parade's goal was to leave a lasting impression of how people from any background can unite as one in the support of a dream.
World Peace Day is observed annually on September 21st. It is dedicated to world peace and specifically the absence of war and violence, or even a temporary ceasefire in a combat zone, for humanitarian aid access.
The day was first celebrated in 1982 and is held by many nations, political groups, military groups, and peoples. In 2013, for the first time, the day was dedicated by the Secretary General of the United Nations to peace education, the key preventative means to reduce war.
To inaugurate the day, the United Nations Peace Bell is rung at UN headquarters. The bell is cast from coins donated by children from all continents and was a gift from the United Nations Association of Japan as a reminder of the human cost of war. The inscription on the side reads, "Long live absolute world peace."
The students at Blair learned that peace starts with individual action, that their efforts are an opportunity for all of us to become engaged in the peace process with our families, friends, and communities.
Peace Day, as the Blair Bulldogs remind us, is not just about a reduction of violence in areas of conflict. It is also about reducing violence in our homes, communities, and schools. Bravo to the Blair staff and students for their efforts in helping us recognize world peace.
That does it for this edition of Your School News. Recapping some of our main stories, Board of Education held their October meeting. Ashley CTE teachers were awarded the Instructional Management Excellence Trophy. Parsley kindergartens got a lesson on riding a school bus.
Remember, Your School News is on cable and online. And don't forget to start your morning with our Light and Lively morning show, weekdays at 6 a.m. I'm Austin Miller.
And I'm Jordan Fife. On behalf of the entire YSN crew, thanks for watching New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
Have a great day.